At 46, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Since then, I've had an operation, I've had it removed, and I'm okay. I will continue to get checks for the next 6 months, for the next 3 years, but at this stage, everything is very good. If I talked you through what was going through my mind when I was diagnosed, it would be babble. It would be like I was talking in tongues. I was initially, you're shocked, and then you're concerned about what if this scenario, what if that scenario, has it spread, is it contained, when will I find out, what will happen, how long have I got to live, what are my options, what's the downside, what are the consequences. It was all these scenarios running through my head. It was very stressful at that stage, not knowing where I was and what my options were. I think due to my age, I was considered extremely young. They said I was like 1 in 10,000 men in their mid-40s get diagnosed. So my best option was to have a radical prostatectomy, is where they remove it using a robot. My wife and I looked at all the options. We liked the radical prostatectomy because there was a high probability of totally removing the cancer, number one, which meant living for a lot longer, and the consequences of that operation were incontinence and erectional dysfunction. They were things that we could work around. They weren't game stoppers. So that's why ultimately both of us decided on the operation to have the prostate removed. We've always been a very tight family. That's one of our strongest values is our family unit. Since the operation was 15, 16 months ago. I was out of action for about 3 months, so I couldn't do any significant lifting or stretching or heavy lifting, essentially. Once I got better, we realised that if the sun is shining or the sun's not shining, we go away somewhere. We try and do something every possible opportunity we have, because there's no second chances. Your children grow up very quickly. If you don't take those opportunities, before you know it, they're out of the house and they've gone. And being older, a lot of my friends tell me that if you don't make the most of it, that time goes quickly. So I'm embracing it. Having the cancer, the only benefit of having the cancer was truly understanding what I have got, and I'm not going to waste one moment of it. Tomorrow counts for me, for my children. I have a 6-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old son, and as an adult of young children in the later part of my life, they are everything to me. And it's my responsibility as a parent to make sure they grow up with all the tools they need to have a successful and happy life.